Anthony Richardson is for sure an electrifying prospect in this year's upcoming 2023 NFL Draft. He has a lot of weaknesses, but he also has a lot of upsides. And in my opinion, he's a second to third round guy. I would not touch him in the first round because he is the most raw developmental prospect at quarterback in this entire class. And I don't think that's really up for question. Even Will Levis is more polished than this guy. And a lot of people who have been watching my channel for a while know I'm not very high on Will Levis. I think he's maybe a second, third round quarterback as well because those two are very raw. But even he makes Will Levis look like C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young is what I'm trying to get at here, which isn't a good thing. But he has a ton of upside. Let's just start with the strengths of his game. He has a great frame, average NFL size, which is what you want. He is the prototype quarterback. He has a very strong arm, so he can throw it at every layer, every level of the field, which you want in a quarterback, someone who could throw it all across the field. He has incredible mobility. I mean, this is mobility we have not seen in a very long time in a quarterback, and a lot of people are going to say, oh, you're over-exaggerating. No, his mobility is a game breaker. He has Lamar Jackson type of escapability, which is ridiculous because Lamar Jackson was seen as a raw prospect, going into the league, and we know he's turned out to be a pretty solid NFL quarterback. But let's stop with the comparisons. Let's continue here with the strengths. Since he has that rocket arm, he is able to zip it into very tight windows, which is another big upside. He is very, very good at keeping the play alive and evading sacks. He has that frame, so not only is his mobility something he can use to evade sacks, he can also just brute force his way because he has a big frame. He's built like a goddamn semi-truck, for God's sake. The guy has a lot of upside. There's so much potential, but we have to talk about the weaknesses of his game now. We have no other choice. We're going to start addressing it now. Now, the weaknesses. The main weakness is how inaccurate Anthony Richardson is. He completed 56 or 57% of his passes this past year in college football, which is ridiculous. That is ridiculously bad. That is something that you don't want showing up on your stat sheet. But unfortunately for Richardson, that's the case. And that number, 55% or 56 or whatever the hell it might be at this point, that is true. That's not like 100 drops. That's 100 horrible passes that either were way over the receiver or hit the dirt. That's what that is. That is not an incorrect stat. There were really not many drops. The line was pretty solid. In all the games that I sort of analyzed, it was just him throwing bad passes. His ability to read a defense is lackluster at best. He really doesn't know how to manipulate coverages and move safeties with his eyes. That's something he's not really too experienced with. And the second biggest thing that is a knock on him is he throws the ball way too high on half of the incomplete passes he had over this past year for the Gators. He routinely sails easy throws. They go way high, and for no reason. He really has a knack for throwing a lot of passes off platform for no reason. He'll throw one sidearm in a weird arm angle for no reason. You don't need to do that. There's a guy wide open on a hook route for 3 yards, and you want to do a sidearm pass, and then it's way over his head and into the dirt. That's something that doesn't make sense mechanically. I don't know if that's something that can be fixed at the next level. I'm hoping to God it can be because I'm not a quarterback coach. I don't know how that kind of shit works. So hopefully that can be a fixable issue because you can't be throwing from a weird arm angle with a clean pocket with an open guy. That can't be happening in the NFL. It just simply can't. And if that shows up in the NFL, he's not going to make it. And another knack on him is he's not experienced as a starter. He has 1 year under his belt. He has under 20 started college games, which is going to show if he starts early in the NFL. Because if you're inexperienced with college football and you declare for the draft and somehow you get a crack at starting for an NFL team, you're going to look like an inexperienced quarterback. And that's what leads me to my final weakness with Anthony Richardson. He doesn't have a feel for the position. His play style is very similar to like Lamar Jackson, maybe Justin Fields, but at least Lamar Jackson, throws the ball. Lamar Jackson is a very solid thrower of the football. Anthony Richardson is not a good thrower of the football at all, not in the slightest. And once again, that's the major knock on his game, is his inaccuracy. And he's more of a run-first quarterback, and a lot of people are going to be saying, oh, he should be a receiver then, or he should be running back. No, I do think he should take a crack at being a quarterback, but he has all the tools. He has the size, the arm, the mobility. He's just got to work out so many things, man, and I don't know if half these issues are fixable. I'm hoping to God that they are, because I want to see this guy succeed and make some electrifying plays in the NFL. I know you guys didn't follow this this channel for subscribing to this channel for cookie cutter ass opinions like mine, but I mean, that's just the opinion that I have on him. So thank you all for watching. This has been Mr. Truth, and this was nothing but the truth.